like I was saying, there's quite a few terms in 7.1, so make sure that you have them all down, and then you're writing them in your notebook as well. So you should know what a polynomial is. It has more than one term, or it could have more than one term. But standard form of a polynomial, what you want to take a look at is the exponents of each of the terms. Because a polynomial in standard form is where the exponents of each of the terms decrease, or in other words, go down from left to right. So for example, if I wanted to put a polynomial in the standard form, let's go over something very basic. X plus 5, that polynomial is in standard form. The exponent of x is 1. The exponent for a constant, remember, is 0. So those decrease or go down from left to right. Right? Something else, or another polynomial in standard form is something like x squared minus 3x plus 4. If I look at the variables and the exponents of each of the variables, they go down or decrease from left to right. Exponent here is 2. The exponent here, even though it's not written, is 1. And then the exponent of the variable here is 0. Something else that would be in standard form, something like negative 4 x to the third minus 2 x squared plus 3x minus 8. That's in standard form. The exponents of the variables decrease from left to right, 3, 2, 1, and 0. So those are examples of polynomials in standard form. You should know how to find the degree of a monomial, because the degree of a polynomial is the greatest or largest degree of its terms. And then the easiest way to figure out the degree of a polynomial is to first put the polynomial in standard form, because then really all you need to take a look at is the first term of the polynomial. So each of the polynomials that we have up here, I'm going to take a look at the degree. Okay, since this is in standard form, the degree is the degree of the first term, as long as the polynomial is in standard form. The first term here is x, the degree is 1. The first term here, x squared, the degree is 2. The degree of this monomial is 2. The degree of this monomial is 1. The degree of this monomial is 0. The greatest degree is 2. But as I mentioned, if the polynomial is in standard form, then all you have to really look at is the first term. This polynomial is in standard form. The first term here, 3, is the degree. So the degree of the entire polynomial is 3. And then another key term is the leading coefficient. So the leading coefficient of a polynomial is the coefficient of the first term of the polynomial in standard form. So it's key, if you're trying to find the degree of a polynomial, if you're trying to find the leading coefficient, to be able to put the polynomial into standard form. Each of these polynomials are in standard form. We figured out the degree. We could also figure out, I'm just going to abbreviate here, LC is the leading coefficient. So just like with the degree, to figure out the leading coefficient, all you need to do is take a look at the first term. The coefficient, or the number in front of the variable here, is an implied 1. So the leading coefficient is 1. For the second example, again, the leading coefficient is an implied 1, or I just wrote it in, so the leading coefficient is 1. The leading coefficient for this third polynomial is negative 4, because that's the coefficient, or in other words, the number in front of the first term of the polynomial.